We just landed by this beeping thing, and we're in Green Bay, Wisconsin. Gonna grab our bags. Everyone got like 2 hours of sleep. We're gonna get our stuff and go get some sleep. I'll see you in a little bit. We're on our way to Wisconsin. There's a big statewide 24-hour worship meeting that we are coming. We get to wrap up the last couple of hours of it. That's tonight, and then tomorrow morning we are in Madison, Wisconsin. And I was just thinking, how many hours did we just get? 3 hours?
3 hours of sleep.
I've gotten about 6 hours of sleep in the past 2 days. Let's do this. Just walking to the gate here in Buffalo. We had a beautiful night last night, launching Heart of David, New York State. Real fun night, but now we're heading on to Wisconsin. We're gonna be in Green Bay tonight. David's Tabernacle is being restored. And it's really cool to see this happening all over the world. What gate are we at?
12.
Huh?
12.
I just am encouraged to dream with God. I have dreams, but whenever I hear you talk, I'm inspired to dream more.
You better.
Yeah, bro, it's a challenge. You better dream.
Why is it a challenge?
I think a lot of people have this, like a self-imposed ceiling, right? It's like, well, this is what my parents achieved, so it would be reasonable if I went right above that, or maybe right at that, but that isn't the way God works ever.
No. When I think of dreaming with God,
Yeah.
like I was saying last night, it's not just dreaming La La Land, it's also doing. You know what I'm saying? Like, for me, living the dream is doing the dream too. It's not just hearing the word and deceiving yourself, it's doing what it says.
Yeah, of course.
You know? No, but you're right, like, so many people have that self-imposed ceiling.
Yeah.
But the issue is, I think a lot of times people are so concerned about other people's opinions way more than they're concerned about God's opinion. We're living for one moment, bro. One moment that we stand before God, and in that moment, the only opinion that matters is His opinion in that moment. Too many people give up too early, bro, because they're so concerned about what other people think. We need to be consumed with what God thinks. I'm trying to be faithful to do what He called me to do, because that one moment that we live for, to stand before Him, that's the moment, bro. That's the one opinion that matters. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's fire. Y'all want to get coffee?
Yeah.
Bro, anytime you do a shot like this, everybody comments like, the content's great, but the shot is ultra creeper.
Also what?
Creeper. You're like creeping behind the statue.
That's the look I'm trying to go for.
The creeper look, okay.
Yeah, I don't know if there's ever been anything like this, to be honest. Wow. In Wisconsin, right?
Just landed in Green Bay, Wisconsin. Steven Springer. He is the swag apostle, that's what I called him. They're doing incredible stuff with global presence, global presence.
Yeah.
Here in Wisconsin, they had a prophetic word to gather the state together for non-stop worship.
For 24 hours.
24 hours. So they've got 30 different churches and ministries represented have gathered together, almost 20 different worship teams, worship leaders. Is that what you just said?
Yeah, it's great.
And David's Tabernacle is rising in Wisconsin, in the cheese state. It's happening. Listen, and it's incredible because Amos 9:11, in Amos chapter 9, verse 1 through 10, the nation is in crisis. I have a video blog. You want to be on it? People have grown so dull that they don't know, unless something changes, there will be judgments that break out against them. However, that's Amos 9, 1 through 10. Amos 9:11, 9:11, God gives the emergency answer, the 911 answer. He said, in that day, in the day where the hearts have grown cold, where they've grown dull, I am rebuilding David's tabernacle. So the way I describe it is the presence of God is like a canopy that is being raised all over the earth because heaven and earth are coming together. Jesus' prayer in John chapter 6 is being answered. And tent pegs, like here in Green Bay, are rising up to hold up their portion of the global restored tabernacle of David. When the tabernacle of David is done correctly, it's not just 24/7, but it's 24/7 hosting the presence that leads unto societal transformation. Wow. That's the byproduct of non-stop hosting the presence of God.
The best part about that is that God says, I will rebuild.
Yes.
And so the thing is that God's involved in this whole entire thing.
Come on.
That it's not something that needs to be contrived out of a human heart, but literally happens when a human heart is apprehended by the love of God.
Wow, come on.
God
dude.
comes in and he expands the tent pegs of our heart first. We're grabbing a hold of just the keenness and kindness and the love of the Father. Like you said, that like David, man, he was a prophet, priest, and king. He did it all.
Yes.
And you know, that's what God is raising up in this hour. We've so divided the things, and the reality is that that's who we're all called to be, is ones that just exalt the name above all names.
Yeah. So that's what we're doing here in Green Bay. We're hooking up with the Springers. What I love about all of this non-stop worship stuff that's happening, not just in Wisconsin, but all over the globe, it forces unity. You know, it forces people to lay their guards down, to lay, you know, all of the things that don't matter down and unify around the man Jesus. And it's really cool because corporate unity is a precursor for corporate breakthrough.